the construction work of Burj Khalifa was underway. The entire structure had been erected somehow, and now it was time to install the window panels. The engineer thought there was no rocket science involved in fitting the window panels, so he didn't pay much attention to it. But then, something happened that no one had anticipated. The intense heat of Dubai, combined with the fact that the world's tallest building had these window panels to be installed, caused the temperature inside the Burj Khalifa to rise to 45 degrees Celsius during the day. With such high temperatures, it was impossible for anyone to enter the building. This problem became the biggest challenge during the construction of Burj Khalifa, putting the entire construction team in trouble and halting the interior design work for 18 months. But then, something happened that revived the management and engineering team. When TV videos again featured the Burj Khalifa, it was recognized as the tallest building in the world. At 2,716 feet tall, piercing the clouds, the Burj Khalifa cost a whopping $1.5 billion, which is about 114 billion rupees. Not only was it a massive financial investment, but the building itself was also considered an extraordinary achievement in engineering. Engineers, architects, and workers faced immense challenges to complete this masterpiece. The hardships they encountered and the solutions they found are all revealed in today's video. Challenge 1. The first challenge in building the Burj Khalifa was to complete it on time. Engineers were given only 6 years to finish the building. Of these 6 years, 3 years were dedicated to designing the building. If the design took 3 years, completing the physical structure in the remaining time would not be possible. So, the engineers decided to start construction without the design, and excavation work began in 2004, with the design process continuing alongside. Challenge 2. When it came time to lay the foundation for the Burj Khalifa, another issue arose. Typically, the foundations for tall buildings are laid on large, sturdy rocks underground. But the area where the Burj Khalifa was being built had soft, sandy rocks, raising the question of whether such weak stones could support the weight of the tallest building in the world. To solve this, a basic scientific principle was applied, and 190 solid steel piles were sunk 250 meters underground to distribute the weight of the entire Burj Khalifa evenly. Challenge 3. For the design, the construction company GMK partnered with a top architecture firm in Chicago. The challenge was to create a structure that could support the weight of tons of concrete and steel while allowing natural light to illuminate the building. The solution was a cutting-edge structural design, which was implemented in Burj Khalifa for the first time. Challenge 4. As construction progressed, the team faced another issue. The concrete mixture being sent to the upper floors would dry out before it reached the top. The solution was to install massive concrete pumps running from the bottom to the top, pushing the concrete to the highest floors. The total weight of the concrete used in the Burj Khalifa was equivalent to the weight of 100,000 elephants. Challenge 5. 3 years into the construction, 140 floors had been completed, and the building had already broken the record for the world's tallest building. However, the cranes available could only lift materials up to the 120th floor. Workers from around the world were hired to handle the cranes, and many of them worked at heights of over 700 meters without fear. Challenge 6. With only 2 years left before the Burj Khalifa's completion, there was a problem with the glass panels. When these were installed, the temperature inside the building would rise to unbearable levels, consuming 10 times more electricity to cool it down. The solution was an innovative glass that could reflect UV rays and reduce the building's temperature. However, each glass panel cost $2,000, and 24,000 panels were needed, costing a total of $3.6 billion. Challenge 7. By the final year of construction, everything was nearly complete, except for a 136-meter-long steel pipe that needed to be placed at the top of the Burj Khalifa. The challenge was that no crane could lift such a heavy steel structure to such a height. The solution was to break the steel pipe into smaller sections, which were then lifted and assembled at the top of the building. Challenge 8, the Burj Khalifa was finally complete, but after years of dust and construction work, it needed to be polished. To clean the 24,000 window panels, workers had to be suspended from ropes, a process still used to this day. Some facts about the Burj Khalifa: a total of 12,000 workers worked on the building at the same time. The height of the Burj Khalifa is equivalent to 3 Eiffel Towers. The building's 24,000 glass panels weigh the same as 358 airplanes. The Burj Khalifa houses the world's highest restaurant. The fastest elevators in the world are in the Burj Khalifa. During strong winds, the building automatically closes its public doors. The top of the Burj Khalifa can be seen from 100 kilometers away. The area where the Burj Khalifa now stands was once home to a military headquarters. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you for your love, comments, and likes. See you in the next amazing video.